Hello and welcome to this video. This is pretty important stuff. It's with regards to the digital ID and the public consultation, which hasn't been very public at all, as in mainstream haven't spoken about it. It started on the 4th of January and we've got till the 1st of March in order to respond. Now, you can answer there. Here it is here, just so you know it's not some wild conspiracy. This is the consultation. I hope you can read that. I'm not very good with technology. I don't do shared screens. But obviously some of the things I want to point out is that the World Economic Forum have sort of hinted that maybe this year there's going to be some cyber attacks. So I'm pretty sure we don't want our all of our personal information. And if we go to what they want to, what data will be processed. So we've got there user's full name, date of birth, but I can show it you a bit clearer on this. So okay, so I went to the shopping trip yesterday in Oxford, which was absolutely awesome. Great energy there. It was really good. And the lady who was speaking about this, obviously we want to pay close attention to transactional data. Yeah. They want to share this with third parties. It does say that on the website, on the government website. But one of the points that the lady made yesterday was that your silence will be seen as basically compliance. Yeah. And they're going to try and force people into this, because if you don't sign up, then you're not going to be able to claim benefits, or you'll probably not be able to, use the NHS or whatever else like that. It's absolutely disgraceful. We've got 9 days, because I think there's 28 days this February, to respond, right? So here's some of the questions that they kind of ask. So I'm not going to actually go through the questions. Go on the website yourself. Just type in consultation on draft legislation to support digital identity. But it says here in the how to respond section, I'm just going to read it. It says, we have provided a list of suggested questions for you to use when responding to this consultation in the questionnaire. We cannot accept any postal responses to this consultation unless there are exceptional circumstances. Our preference, so up the top here it says, our preference would be for you to respond online through our survey, which is really overly complicatedly written. So I'll just give you the first one. Question 1, the first condition, so I am reading this. The first condition under Section 35 of the Digital Economy Act 2017, so it's an act, is that the data sharing should either improve or target a public service provided to individuals or households, or B, provide a benefit, whether financial or otherwise, to individuals or households. To what extent do you agree that the proposed new objective meets at least one of those parts of the first condition? That's what you run up against, and then you've got strongly agree, agree, neither agree, or disagree, disagree, strongly agree, don't know. Now, rather than doing that, what I'm going to suggest that we do is, so where it says our preference would be for you to respond through the online survey, I think that our preference should be you may correspond using the following email address and that's that one there, DEA data sharing at digital.cabinet-office.gov.uk. And I'm going to write them an email, and I'm going to say to them all my points that I've obviously already highlighted, along with the fact that, you know, if there is a cyber attack and Russia or China might decide to steal our ID, online hackers could steal our ID. I don't really want the government sharing third party my details, my personal information with third parties, because that would actually be going against their own legislation, which is the GDPR Act, General Data Protection Act of 2018, I believe that came in. So yeah, why would you want to be sharing my data if you're not going to be profiting from it, kind of thing. I don't want you monitoring my income. There's no need for you to do that. I can just use my existing identification, i.e. my photo card, driver's license. There should be nothing wrong with that. And that's how I'm going to be responding, and I'm going to tell them that their questions are not straightforward enough in order to properly answer them and understand them. Yeah. So, like I say, we've got 9 days left, and we need to get our skates on, because if this happens, we are totally screwed. We are absolutely screwed, because they will link it to a digital currency, and that will be the CBDC, and that currency, as they've already said, is going to be programmable. So if they don't want you to eat meat, they'll just switch your meat function off, and if you don't jump through a hoop that the government asks you to jump through, or take a medical intervention of some description that the government asks you to do, then they can just switch your money off, right? I mean, it's very, very dangerous. You know, we can't get rid of cash, because we need cash for a private and booming society. And not only that, but if there's a power cut, how are you going to spend your money then? You're just not going to be able to. You know, I used to work in Asda's, and we had a couple of power cuts while I was there, and I got to be honest, everything went down and no one could spend their money. So yeah, it's not ideal, and we know that it's about control and not about convenience, which is how it's being sold. So thanks very much for watching. Sorry it was fairly long, and I'll see you in the next one.